Yeah, I got a big burn mark in my back. My uncle, he picked me up and put me on the stove because he's an idiot. He's like the smartest person you could like ever meet. You put a book in front of him, he's like a genius. Common sense questions is like, where are you? You know? Yeah, so I said something stupid to him. It wasn't really like that funny. I was like 9 at the time and we were watching the Wayans brothers on the couch. And it was my brother, my uncle, me, and my mom was in the room. We're just all making fun of each other. He was like 20 at the time. And I said to him, that's why you're stupid, like Marlon, little kids. And he was like, really? I'm stupid? And he did the stupidest thing ever to prove my point. He turns the stove on low and then picks me up and puts me on it. He wasn't trying to hurt me. It was just to scare me a little. He didn't think it was gonna burn me that bad. And I don't know, like when I was on the stove like screaming, like stop, they don't believe me. My brother's laughing, stop lying, it doesn't hurt. And then I hear my mom calling my name, and I don't know. I never told my mom until like 2 weeks later she found out. Yeah, I didn't want to snitch on him. That's my favorite uncle ever to this day, but he's still an idiot. Well, it didn't, while I was on the stove it was hurting, but once I got off it was like, oh, it really wasn't nothing. I lived. That's still my uncle.
Do you guys ever speak about it now? Or have you ever spoken about it since it happened?
So my mom is so funny. She goes off. Every time she sees it, she goes off. But not me and my uncle. Because I really think he feels really bad about it. It's like, he really didn't mean to hurt me. It's just me and him all the time against the world. Everyone in my house, everyone is kind of like paired up. So it's always like my brother and my grandma, me and my uncle, and then my mom. She's like a loner. She's a loser. So, so it's just me and him. And we kind of have like the same interests, so it's kind of cool.
How big is your burn mark?
It's like, it stretches like really far.
So he laid you down on the stuff like?
Yeah, like he had me in his arms. I was pretty small. I was probably like 50 pounds at the time, so he just sat me on the stove.
Were you crying?
Yeah, I cried. And then my mom called me, but then my brother I was gonna go to her too, because that's my mommy. So my brother was like, no. And then I realized, oh, no, I can't snitch, so she was gonna be mad. And then my uncle was like 20 at the time, so he was still kind of like depending on my mom and my grandmother. So like he would have been in a lot of trouble. I wouldn't want that. So yeah.
What did your mom do when she found out?
She got mad at me for not saying nothing, and then she just went off. It's nothing to me. I don't care.
Why do you and your uncle relate so well to each other?
I don't know. We're the weirdos in the house. Like my uncle would come in like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and that's when I'm coming back from a party. So it's kind of like, I don't know. We're just great friends.
Tell your uncle.